Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Grace and I'm a student from Binus University in Malang. Today, I want to share with you about my last video conference with Mrs. Juria. In our first video conference, Mrs. Juria explained herself and she introduced herself and then she called our name one by one and asked about our current location and also about what we are doing right now while we are continue our study in Bina Nusantara University. After we finished to introduce ourselves, Miss Juria explained about the English professional subject. In this English professional subject, in total we will have 16 sessions. That are, the first is about introduction. So we have to introduce ourselves to Miss Juria and also Miss Juria introduce ourselves to us. And then the second one is getting the main ideas and the details. And the third is guessing meaning from the context. And the fourth is writing expository essays. And the fifth is making prediction on the text. And the sixth is chairing business meeting. And the seventh is case study dealing with business negotiation. And the eighth, we have to review part 1. Part 1 is from first session until fifth session. And then after that, we have overview part 2 that is capturing ideas from the content. And after that, we continue with the gathering the facts from the text. After that, we have writing discussion essay session. On the session 12, we have to composing business documents. And then on the session 13, we have to doing a business presentation. And on the session 14, we have to summarizing and paraphrasing text. And then next, we have case study to creating business promotion tool. And the last part or session is we have review part 2. That is part 6 until part 10 or week 6 until week 10. And then on this video conference, Miss Juria remind us that we will have 4 individual assignment and also we will have 2 team assignment. In this point, Miss Juria also explained to us that she will have 4 main point that will be assessed in this subject. That are, the first is listening, the second one is reading, the third is writing, and the fourth is speaking. On the 2 weeks before we have final exam, Miss Juria will have the speaking test for us. And then she will share the topic to us on the 1 week before we have the speaking test, so that we can prepare the topic and then we can do the speaking test in the next 2 week test. And then at the end of the session, Mrs. Juria remind us to do our first individual assignment. That is, we have to retelling about our video conference, the last video conference, and then we have to record it and then upload it in YouTube. So that's all that I can share with you about my last video conference with Miss Juria. Thank you for your attention and see you again.